on, everybody? We're going to be taking a look at some weird facts and inconsistencies with the Kobe Bryant thing and why it suggests that he might have been sacrificed.
Oh, shit! It's Kobe Bryant!
Help me!
Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out!
Pass!
I want to play you a clip from a video that was published the day after, soon after Kobe died, by The Diamond Life. She explains how she just felt it in her spirit that it was wrong. She also explains how it was weird, all the weird inconsistency about the helicopter crash, but specifically in this point is that the Grammys already had a tribute, like they gave a tribute like the day or two after Kobe died, and she just thinks that it was already scripted. Take a look. This video will not pop up if you search it by name. You can search the exact title and her channel, and she's got 300,000 subscribers, and it won't pop up.
Kobe passed away. The Grammys are coming on. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a tribute, some type of ceremony for Kobe, or some type of song or whatever it is for Kobe in the name of Kobe. But I'm telling y'all, man, in my opinion, it was already scripted in there. It was already planned ahead of time. They already knew that was gonna happen. And the Grammys was kind of a celebration of that, of the sacrifice. It's fucked up. I know it sounds crazy, and I know I might sound crazy, but I don't care what you think. Okay, I'm gonna leave the comment section open. Y'all can say what the fuck y'all wanna say. Y'all can talk amongst each other and make up your own conspiracies or whatever it is, or say what you believe or whatever your truth is, you know? As Alicia Keys finishes up doing a dedication to Kobe, she says, "We love you, Kobe," okay? And the occult is full of symbolism. Now, you already know that symbolism to me can have a positive and a negative, all right? Just because I do this in my videos for Diamond, just because I do this, it doesn't mean I'm a devil worshiper. There's a positive and negative to every symbol that you see. It just depends on your own intentions of how you are using that symbol, okay? And what type of energy you are projecting with that symbol. But I say all that to say, man, very interesting symbolism from Alicia Keys. Watch this right here.
We love you, Kobe. We love you, Kobe.
She says, "We love you, Kobe," while putting out the 666. So these are just some.
Seen doing the same exact hand signs. Look at this. This is the day Kobe died or whatever. Triangle, and the 3 and this and the mark of the beast. 667 -1. Triangle. 667 -1 right there.
When people were doing a Google search on Kobe Bryant's death on the 26th, which was on Sunday, it pulled up his date of assassination. All right, you can barely see it right here, but there's a clearer picture. Date of assassination is up there, and you will see it clearer right there. Date of assassination, January 26th, Kobe Bryant. That was doing a Google search, okay? Now, if you look it up, it'll show this. Google search for when did Kobe Bryant die no longer lists January 26th as date of assassination. It says the Google search for when did Kobe Bryant die no longer lists January 26th as date of assassination. It now says date of death. A Google search for when did Kobe Bryant die on Sunday night listed January 26th as the former NBA star's date of assassination rather than date of death. That fucking gave me chills. I don't know if I was supposed to tell y'all that, but that shit is crazy. This is deeper than we all think it is, man. A lot of you guys have been pointing out this cartoon, okay? And y'all been saying that the cartoon.
Now this channel is the one who showed me, I think he might have deleted his video, but this channel is the one who showed me that, like, the very next day he does numerology, astrology, and alchemy decodings, and it was just all pointing towards a sacrifice or a ritual. Like, the days have certain tarot cards associated to them and all kinds of different levels of, multiple levels of proof, you know, all tying together. And now you can write all this off as coincidences, I guess, or you can see it for yourself. So what's going on? So when Kobe first died, literally the next day, people were posting about how everything was just a little bit too fishy. If you had discernment, you also felt it in your spirit, like, whoa, this is just all of a sudden, you know, Lebron just passed him on the scoring list the night before. Then Lebron posts to his Instagram about, well, he had a weird cryptic, you know, speech the night before where it sounded like he was giving a eulogy. We'll play that clip in a little bit. So LeBron posts his farewell message, you know, his whatever the fuck it is, condolences on Instagram. But he mentions himself 16 times. The comments are, oh, it's all about you, huh, LeBron? Because it seemed to be the vibe. And yeah, if you do stats on it, he mentioned himself 16 times, mentioned the victims 12 times. And then in that same message, he just so happened to say, I will continue your legacy, right? Playing into the fact of the sacrifice thing. But not only that, is that he just had his first episode of his podcast yesterday, 2 days ago. And I've been making videos on it. And I've been accusing him of stealing Kobe's legacy because he plagiarized Kobe's words from his last interview. Kobe was describing his own legacy and the 3 things that made him great. And LeBron didn't leave one thing out. You could have left one thing out and changed it. But no, he copied verbatim what Kobe said and tried to apply it. So I said he tried to steal his legacy. And then meanwhile, when he dies, he says, I will continue your legacy in the cryptic IG post. Now, the thing that really gets me is that Merriam-Webster dictionary goes and specifically gives LeBron credit for the part that he specifically plagiarized from Kobe. And that just so happens to be the last interview that Kobe gave. And then LeBron says, I will continue your legacy. And then I just so happen to be saying he's trying to steal Kobe's legacy. So all these coincidences, right? And then they just so happen to make a cartoon about how Kobe's going to die. And then he just so happens to drop his rings in that cartoon. And it just so happens that yesterday, when all this was going down, Gilbert Arenas said that his parents should sell his championship rings for money. Excuse me, that's Kobe Bryant. I'm pretty sure the NBA, if his parents needed money, I'm pretty sure the NBA would give him $1 million because the NBA loses about $70 million every year on the WNBA. So out of the kindness of their heart, they lose money. So I'm pretty sure they'd give Kobe Bryant's parents $1 million and say, hey, go retire in the Bahamas or something like that. Well, they got to sell his championship rings. So yeah, back to the Merriam-Webster thing though. They literally gave him credit, and instead of saying what he actually said, willing to sacrifice the relationship of the loved ones because you're focused so hard on your work, it literally says willing to sacrifice loved ones. Just like they tampered with the atmospheric water generator in the video you can see on my channel. I made a video about it. Someone went and tampered with Kobe's helicopter the night before. They took out the black box and they took out the weather recognition technology of some sort. And those 2 things were missing when Kobe crashed, and they were taken out the night before. And if you don't believe people will do that, like I said, I made a video on it. They tampered. The guy was giving water to Flint, Michigan in the height of the crisis, and they come in and destroy every single part of it. We're going to take a look at this clip of LeBron. This is the day he passed Kobe on the scoring list in Philadelphia, the night before Kobe died. Take a look.
And as I started playing more ball and I went into high school, the things that he was doing on the floor, I admired and wanted to be a part of. I went to ABCD camp, and he came and talked to all the kids that was there, and I happened to be one of the kids that was there, and I was just.
I'm gonna pause the audio because most of this doesn't matter, but it's the fact of his temperament and the way he's saying it, his tone of voice. And then he gives this whole spiel as if he's giving a eulogy to Kobe Bryant. And at the end, he says none of it makes sense. And it looks like he's about to cry. And we all know LeBron's good at lying because he sat up there on his first podcast and stole his words and sat up there and lied.
Yeah, that Saturday, me and Maverick drove to the Intercontinental downtown Philadelphia, and he gave me a pair of his shoes, which I ended up wearing that following night. It was the red, white, and blue Kobe's. I was a 15, and he was a 14, and I wore them anyways. And I sat and just talked to him for a little bit. He gave me the shoes. I rocked them in the game. And it was the same night that we played Oak Hill against Melo. And then I saw what he was able to do the very next night, winning MVP here in Philly. That following night. as I got drafted, I still just admired him. You know, seeing what he was able to accomplish, winning championships, having, you know, being early in his career where, you know, he learned from the misses that he had against the series against Utah, and he just used that as motivation and got better and better and better to him winning multiple championships, and continued to admire him throughout my high school rank. And then as competitors, just seeing the work ethic that he put into the game. He had zero flaws offensively, zero. You backed off of him, he could shoot the three. You body him up a little bit, he can go around you. He can shoot the mid-range, he can post, he can make free throws. He had zero flaws offensively. And, you know, that's something that I admired as well, just being at a point where the defense will always be at bay, where they couldn't guard you at all offensively, where you just felt like you was just immortal offensively because of your skill set and your work ethic. We take it down to 2008 where we become the Redeem team, and it was a dream come true for me to be able to line up alongside of him. Just admiring him for so many years, and seeing him from afar, and then being able to be in practices with him, and you know, me watching and learning. So on. I mean, it's just too much. It's just too much. The story is just too much. It doesn't make sense. And just to make a long story short, now I'm here in the Lakers uniform in Philadelphia, where he's from, where one of the first time I ever met him, gave me his shoes, he won All-Star Week. It's surreal. It doesn't make no sense, but the universe just puts things in your life, and when you live in the right way, or you just giving everything to whatever you're doing, things happen organically, and it's not supposed to make sense, but it just happens. And I'm happy to be in any conversation with Kobe Bean Bryant, one of the all-time greatest basketball players to ever play, one of the all-time greatest Lakers. The man got 2 jerseys hanging up in Staples Center. It's just crazy.
And just another coincidence, when he passed Kobe for 3rd on the all-time scoring list, they were down by 20 points. When I noticed all this yesterday, it was 3:20, March 20th. Happens to be talking about Jacksonville in the story, which is where I'm from. Another coincidence. Here's the universe was sending me signs because I click on a video. It's from this new motivation channel. I'm going to show a picture of it now. And it just so happened to be the segment that Lebron plagiarized. It was supposed to be a motivational video. Just so happens to be that discipline segment that LeBron plagiarized, and then Merriam-Webster gave him credit for, a dictionary. Anyways, let me make this point, is that the only comment on that video was, "Who is Kobe Bryant?" And it was just a little weird that, Kobe was sacrificed around COVID time, and then the only comment on a video I just so happened to stumble across that was just so happened to be the part that he plagiarized is, "Who is Kobe Bryant?" Now, this channel is the one who showed me. I think he might have deleted his video, but this channel is the one who showed me that, like, the very next day he does numerology, astrology, and alchemy decodings, and it was just all pointing towards a sacrifice or a ritual. Like, the days have certain tarot cards associated to them, and all kinds of different multiple levels of proof, all tying together. And now you can write all this off as coincidences, I guess, or you can see it for yourself. Now, the thing that really gets me is that Merriam-Webster dictionary goes and specifically gives LeBron credit for the part that he specifically plagiarized from Kobe. And that just so happens to be the last interview that Kobe gave. And then LeBron says, "I will continue your legacy." And then I just so happen to be saying he's trying to steal Kobe's legacy. So all these coincidences, right? And then they just so happen to make a cartoon about how Kobe's going to die. And then he just so happens to drop his rings in that cartoon. And it just so happens that yesterday, when all this was going down, Gilbert Arenas said that his parents should sell his championship rings for money. Excuse me, that's Kobe Bryant. I'm pretty sure the NBA, if his parents needed money, I'm pretty sure the NBA would give him $1 million, because the NBA loses about $70 million every year on the WNBA. So out of the kindness of their heart, they lose money. So I'm pretty sure they'd give Kobe Bryant's parents $1 million and say, hey, go retire in the Bahamas or something like that. Well, they got to sell his championship rings. So yeah, back to the Merriam-Webster thing though. They literally gave him credit, and instead of saying what he actually said, willing to sacrifice the relationship of the loved ones because you're focused so hard on your work, it literally says willing to sacrifice loved ones. So they credited him with that, even though he plagiarized it from Kobe. I could go on and on. Do you see what's going on here?